Okay, hey guys, it's me, an INFP. I wanted to get my video in before the end of May, so of course I'm doing it on the very last day. And I've been really sick the past couple days, so forgive me if I pause to blow my nose or something. Today, I was going to talk about something deeper and more serious, but I decided to talk about INFPs and animals today. So this is one of my dogs. This is Bingley, and I just want to talk some about INFPs and their connection to animals and children. Well, I, for one, have always loved animals ever since I can remember. Don't remember ever really being afraid of animals, which I'm grateful for because I do know people who have animal phobias. And all the animals that people tend to be afraid of, like snakes, spiders, mice, never bother me, and I think the word I can best describe my views for them is fascination. I've never had much fear towards them, and I think most INFPs either love animals or animals love them, and tends to be the same thing with children. Not that I'm stereotyping us, because not every INFP is going to be like that, but there's definitely a tendency towards INFPs and their connection with animals and children. So, one of the reasons why I personally feel connected to animals is because I think they're more helpless than we are, and they need our protection. They can't speak up when people are mistreating them, which is why they have some of them have built-in defense systems to ward away things that are trying to harm them, but some of them don't, and they need someone else to be there to protect them in their place. And I think INFPs are the defenders of the helpless and the underdogs, pardon the pun. And I think it's very important to raise your children to respect animals and to learn about them in a way that doesn't make them afraid of them, and hopefully they won't have too many bad experiences with being bitten or anything. And I don't have any tolerance for mistreatment of animals or torturing of them. That's probably one of the top things that makes me the most angry. Including hunting animals. Sometimes I can't even talk about it because I get into INFP rage. INFP rage! And I think that and bullying of humans just really brings out my injustice streak in me. And I just can't stand that behavior. So I would like to read something that I found online that describes INFP's connection to animals and children better than I ever could, in my opinion. So this is from Personality Cafe. This person says, I think the reason why INFPs love animals and children so much is because in ways they're similar to us. We live with our heads up in the clouds. Children are very imaginative and spontaneous. And animals always have an air of mystery because we are unable to fully communicate with them. They have minds of their own that are too complex or strange to be completely analyzed by most human adults, which relates to how misunderstood INFPs tend to be. And I think you can agree with me that that's very good, and it really hits the nail on the head with describing why INFPs tend to like animals and children. And I think the animal I most relate to is the cat. I just think we kind of understand each other and we have similar characteristics. So that's the animal I relate to the most. But I love pretty much all other animals as well. I also found another thing that was cute, kind of resonated with me. It said animals and kids, nice break from the stresses and insecurities of adults. And, you know, maybe that is true, how we don't have to hide parts of ourselves when we're with animals or children. We can just understand them and relate to them in, you know, our most basic self, without worrying of being judged or, you know, stuff like that. So I'm actually really attracted to other people who love animals, and it makes me like them more. And I don't know, I just wanted to post something about animals and INFPs because it's been on my mind lately. How? So INFPs tend to be the type of person who will always put the insect in a cup and carry it outside the house if there's a bug inside the house instead of squishing it. And those people are pretty cool. I do think that's true about what that one person said online about how INFPs have a connection to animals and children because we are similar to them in a way. And I do think INFPs do have the heart of a child inside them, and maybe helps us understand them more and be more sympathetic to them than other adults will be. Though I know I work with children as my current profession, and after being around groups of children for so long, it's kind of just like old news. You know, you kind of lose some of that original, they're so cute spark, if you know what I mean. So I'm over children in a way, but I can still appreciate them. I mean, I can't imagine my life without any animals because that would be so boring. And I just like having animals around. I mean, currently I have 2 dogs. Currently I have 2 dogs and a gecko. But I used to have a cat and I really miss him. So if you have anything to say about INFPs and their relations to animals and children, feel free to comment, and I'll see you next time. Bye. My intuition told me that my video card was almost filled up of memory, and I should change it before I started taping, and I didn't listen because I didn't want to, and I ran out of memory and didn't realize it, so it cut off the last part of some of the videos, so I had to redo it. So listen to your intuition, INFPs and other intuitives.